Alright, welcome back everybody. Uh, Today I'm going to be working on the Parliament game again. This time around I'm going to be working on um, setting up the server to allow player disconnect and reconnect. As we're working with WebSockets, there's a good opportunity. A good chance that a player connection will be lost. So here we're going to allow a player who loses a connection to reconnect using the room key and the room key and their unique user identifier that will have the client store in a cookie client side. Uh, so let's just get to it then. Start auto building the closure script code. But we are gonna start server side today. Meta J. No, it's meta X command J. No. Meta X cider jack in. Yeah. It'll tell us how to start it here. Control C, meta J. Alright, so um, we'll set up a new case in the handler here. My rainbow parens helping me out here. There we go. Alright, so here we'll have a chance to reconnect. Okay. Actually, I don't think we need a let block. So, but I think we will need a do block. Okay. A do block is just allows in closure. It will allow multiple expressions to execute with side effects before returning the value of the last executed expression. So basically, I'm just throwing in this block so I don't throw off the arity of this case, and uh, so that's what we'll be doing now. Here, yes. So let's send. Actually, no. We'll receive the connect signal. We need to verify that the lobby exists and that the player is in that lobby. So we'll set up an if block. We'll have to verify two things, so I'll make sure that there's an and block within. Let's say if, I believe to find a key in closure I use contains, but no reason not to log on to closure docs, check it out. Okay, and then let's see. Contains. Yes, returns true if a key is present in a given collection. So that's what we would like to do. So we want to make sure that this collection is this what I want? Yes, indices, right? So oh, I thought I had this set up to happen automatically, but I'll figure it out next time. Yes. Okay, so in the collection, if lobbies contains the lobby data and uh, again, we want contains here, we want players, no, get in lobbies, whatever lobby they said they were in, contains okay, so if they're both contained, we just simply want to replace the channel that is in there we want to replace the channel that is stored in the lobby object with the channel that they have just connected to. So here we would say, what would I want to do here? I would want to say swap in lobbies. We want to update in lobby data UID data channel with just the channel that is we're using right now, I believe. The proper way of doing it. That looks right to me. Recompile that, even though I actually don't have the server running. Okay. FYIC. Now, if perchance they don't reconnect. Oh, actually, you know what? We want to put this. We want to wrap this also in a do block because we want to swap in and then we'll want to send back on the channel that they're reconnected. Otherwise, we want to. I'm not where I want to be in the parental. No, actually, I do want to be in that if block. Yeah. Otherwise, we want to send the message. So if that lobby no longer exists, we send back the message to the channel simply to remove that cookie. As we won't be needing it anymore. Yep, that's what we'll want to do there. Looks good to me. Let's go ahead and edit the client code to match. Okay. So now, I am gonna need to read up a bit on how to modify a cookie with JavaScript because I'm not quite sure. So we'll check that out. Okay. By default, the cookie is deleted when the browser is closed. Actually, that might just work out fine for us. So, I guess we just get like a key value store here. Um, yes, we just get like a key value store. All right, so let's create a function to save the user's game state as a cookie. Um, Save game state. Sure. Taking no arguments. Okay. Let's just do. I think we just want to do set here. JS cookie. Actually, no, we want to do set dot dash cookie JS dot document. We would want to say to string of the to the effect of game state equals let's just do ERNSTR. Is that something I can do? No, PR. I think of how best to save the game state so it's recoverable. Honestly, I think actually just str will work fine. So let's just do game state equals game state. Semicolon. Yeah, should work fine that way, I think. Okay. Nope. Unknown dot form of dot JS document cookie. I think I'm using the set form wrong here. No, I think I use it somewhere else in this. Oh yeah, okay. Yes. I need to split here. Right? Yes. Yeah, okay. That was right. Oh, wait a minute. I think that's right. I think it just compiled. We can check. Alright, again, localhost, hosted right now in 8080. Alright, so let's just connect player A. What's the room code? It was FYIC. In game. Alright, and now let's Oh, I would actually need to have the client call that at some point, wouldn't I? Okay. Okay. After. We get the UUID back from the server, we'll save all of it. So, where did I do that? It's in that logic function, wherever that is. Well, no need to look with my eyes. Yay! Oh yeah, okay. UUID, render page lobby, print line my UUID is. Actually, we don't really need this line anymore. I know it's working. But here we will say save game state. You know what? I'll just give this a more verbose name, more descriptive name. I mean, it is more. It's both. All right, so let's try this. Launch, connect player B, root code FYIC. Join game, other players, player A. Okay, so F12. Still printing all the server messages for some reason. You know what? It's not bad. We'll leave that. Let's check document dot cookie. I was afraid of this. Okay. So the game state is listed as a JavaScript object. Okay. That's not what we want. We want to print it. Oh. That should fix that. A little bit dumb of me not to remember to dereference my atoms, but whatever. Oh, kids, listen up. Always dereference your atoms. There we go. We saved our name, our room code, and our UUID here. Alright, so now, before we even display the landing page, we want to attempt a reconnection. So get rid of this. All right. In case I cut that part out of the video, I had an issue for about half an hour or so of well, I'll just show you. So I was calling down here at the bottom. I was calling this code, but the socket was not open yet. So it was telling me it is no longer usable, which isn't the case. It was not usable yet. So I was thrown off slightly by an esoteric error message, or an incorrect error message actually. It said it is not or is no longer usable, and I assumed that meant that it had gone out of use, but that means it had not yet come into use. Whatever. I have this function bound to this unopened socket, and I also did find a few bugs in the server. So now when I reconnect, previously this said update in. I changed it to associate in, and then also I forgot to actually look at the players table, which I'm now doing. So I'm updating their channel. Another thing I realized too is after I inform the player that they're reconnected, I should update the roster for that lobby. Alright, recompile, symbol lobby in this context. That should handle it. Okay. Welcome to D. Game will begin soon. All other players. So now, yes. So now I can quickly rejoin a lobby simply by reconnecting. I can actually probably even close this tab. Leave a lot of these pages. Remembering to close pages is something that I'm not too great at. Okay, and then now I should be able to just reconnect to my local host on port 8080. And yeah, I'll just reconnect to the game, which is great and all, except it's not going to help me for development purposes. So I need to go ahead and disable cookies for this web. Um, which I'm sure there's a tool for doing. I seem to remember there is a tool for, yeah, and disable the cache for this web page, and now, nope, that's not helping. Alright, so let's see, we want to go to, yeah, this seems like something. Trying. Oh, I could, yes. I can just start a new private session. Doesn't hold cookies, so I should be able to. Let's see this now. If I log in as E here. What was my room code? Jeez, that was forever ago. FYIC. Game. Okay, and then disappointing me, Firefox. Call that sandboxing. Alright, well, so I'm gonna have to open a new browser to open. I'm just going to, since it will probably help me with testing. This is not something I plan to do, but I'll go ahead and do it anyhow. I will add an option to disable auto reconnection as a server side option. So, this will be a dynamic var. Reconnection allowed. Put the additional earmuffs on it. And let's just set it to false for now. Ugh. Actually, you know what? I would like this to be true by default. However, in the main, I will add a with bindings clause, binding map, allow reconnection. We'll bind that to false temporarily. Okay. Reconnection allowed. Whoops. Alright, and then so here, need to change here if we'll just add one more block to our and clause here. Okay, again, ran into a little issue. I was using the with bindings clause. I meant to be using the binding clause. So, but now I have it is functioning correctly. So now I have disabled. If I try and log in, my new code is Gula. Join game. It'll say the A is in the game, but refreshing, it will not allow. It will demand that the client delete her cookie. So that's good. Now I don't need this print line anymore. Alright, and I've made some progress here, so I'm going to make sure to commit it. Now active if we can. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and actually delete that because empty commit message. I just noticed that I did drop a T here at some point. Alright, let's see. Alright, so yes, client reconnection is now allowed if allowed dynamic var is to true. All right. So, all right. So now the clients can reconnect to their room in the lobby. So, the last thing I wanted to try and work through today was adding the ability. My bad. Is adding the ability for someone to actually connect to the server, and if the lobby's down, create a new lobby. So we will go ahead and set that up now. So instead of running a server automatically when the client that's fine, but instead of making a lobby immediately when the client connects, we are going to wait for a make lobby message. And in this case, we will say, okay, let the lobby be we will say let the lobby be a new lobby, and we will simply let's just send back message to this client telling them lobby created and the data will be send them back message room code, which will just be this lobby name. Okay, so now the client can connect and send a message to make a new lobby, which will then return to it which will then return to the client this new lobby code. So, and then also I no longer want this lobby variable to be assumed to be the key to the first lobby. Instead, whatever lobby the client said, up until this point I've been ignoring the client's request to join a lobby, so now I will say whatever lobby or actually I think it's on the client side, I think it's still room code. And then update roster with that room code. Update the roster with that room code available. So now we'll have multiple lobbies available. And I need to make sure everywhere I have that find first lobby is taken care of. I think it is. So we're no longer making an implicit assumption about which lobby the client would like to join. So let's get rid of this. Instead of saying server running and then give a lobby code, we'll just say server running. And so the client will then be responsible for making her own lobby. Here, so let's go over to the client side then. Alright, so on the landing page, we'll add a button that when clicked will send a message to the server just saying make lobby. And then we'll just have that button say make lobby. And then when they receive the message that a lobby has been created, which I already forgot what message I said that would be. It would be lobby created. Duh. We will go ahead and search for and auto-populate that form for them. So this form will be room code. Let's give it the room code tag like this. And so here on this lobby created, we will do some document work. I think we want to, again, set... I forget exactly how to do this. Take a look at document here. Document. I think we want something like get by or oh, want to not create element. Get element by ID is what we're gonna want to call. Yeah, and we'll want to set that so. So we'll do dot dot document JS and get by ID val, and then actually we want to get the element by ID, which returns an element, and then we want to set that element's value. Which we will call attributes. Document get element by ID attributes value, I believe. That's what we want to see. Let's go test this out. So we have this. This is what we want to look. Inspect element. Input type is text. Let's see. So if I add type is text, let's say value equals hello. Does it? No, that did not work. What about just val equals hello? No, that also did not work. Hello? What if I just type hello? Am I looking at the right one? Down properties. It's value is indeed hello. So I want to set the value. Want to set this document get element by ID attributes. Oh, actually, get element by ID. And the ID that we're looking for is room code. Yes. Get element by ID. There might be a more reagent friendly way of doing this. Let's check that. Might be a more reagent friendly way of doing this. We could just yeah, we could just set it up as an atom, something like that. It's fine this way, I guess. It'll be fine like this for now. And we want to set it to the data object we receive back. Alright, let's try this. We should get a make lobby. Click it. We didn't get a message back from the server. No matching clause, make lobby. No, it's right there. Maybe I forgot to compile. Let's try this again. Matching clause, make lobby. Let's reset my... Start my CIDR REPL. Alright, rerun my new main function, which should not automatically create a lobby. Connect here, make a lobby. Oh, here we go. We got room code. Alright, so we this time. So, yes, that made a new lobby. Did not auto-populate here, though. I'm not sure about why that. Oops, sorry. Not sure about why that happened. Did we receive a lobby created? Yes, we received a message. Lobby created. So at that point, we should have set the room code document. But that was not set. Okay, on change. Let's try here. Instead of tagging this itself, we'll say on change will assign a value to it here, and its value will always be get in game state. Actually, I think room code is, yeah, we can just call room code game state here. And here, when we receive a game, we receive here, we will swap game state Oh yes, I like that much better. Don't have to valid tag input. Oh yes. Make lobby. There we go. Auto populates the room code. All right. So we've accomplished quite a bit today. We will tomorrow start looking at actually launching a game and getting the players into a game-like environment. So stay tuned for that. It should be fun. Should be a good time. Make sure I've got all of my stuff pushed up. Added ability for client to request a new lobby. Oh, one more thing that we can do before we go is we can confirm that clients who request to join separate lobbies do actually end up in the lobby they request to join. So let's check that really quick. So right now I have these two lobbies, one of which is, actually both of which are empty. So let's say client A wants to join this lobby. And yes, and then let's have another client connect. And client B is going to connect to the first room, CWZO. And we have an issue. Entering something into this form no longer works. So let's solve that. Good integration testing there. So yeah, we have this on change, which should be swapping in a new value. However, the value is tied to the game state. Oh, okay, because this is tied to this local state object. Is there a reason I need this local state object? Why don't I just make all of these references to the game state? And then instead of conjoining this local state onto the game state, when I go to join a room, I can just cherry pick the keys I'd like from the game state. So room code. Actually, I can just say select keys, game state. We want the room code and the name. And then there's no reason to have this let block here. So we can just splice that out. And I think everything should revert to its correct indentation here. Alright, that looks good to me. Make sure I have no references to that original state object in there. Okay, let's see if that fixes our issue here. So B wants to connect to room code CWZO. Okay, and let's take a look at the lobbies. Yes, so player B is connected to CWZO. Player A is connected to room AWQD. So, and you know what? Just for good measure, let's have a third player connect. Oh, copied over B. Oh, it automatically. Yeah, it just created a second B. Let's refresh here. I don't know why that's happening. Now it's assuming I am B in all instances. Am I receiving? Yeah, I'm receiving reconnected. Which shouldn't be happening because I've disabled reconnecting on the lobby side. Reconnection allowed is being set to false. Alright, well that is another thing, another hurdle we'll have to jump over next time. So thanks for watching this time. I'll see you around.